Hi, my name is Yvette, and I'm a spiritual motivational coach. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about how do you know when not to interfere with somebody else's karma. Do you guys realize that you are not to take on somebody else's karma, or that you can take on somebody else's karma? Do you understand when you help someone, even though they really may need the help or whatever, or you feel that they may need the help, or they ask you for help, okay, and they're constantly asking you for help? Do you understand that sometimes you are not to help them, and you may come off as selfish or uncaring or whatever the case may be in their eyesight because they really need the help? But if you help them and they're supposed to go through that karma, you now take on their karmic debt. I bet you didn't know that, did you? Yes, you do. You take on that karmic debt. So sometimes you have to let your loved ones or your friends and family or whatever go through their own situations, their own problems, sort things out. You know, you can be there to comfort them. You can be there to lend a listening ear. But sometimes you are not supposed to help them. They have to go through their own karma. So, like, say that someone's getting evicted, and you just want to help them pay their rent or give them the money to get another place. Maybe this is some kind of lesson that they have to learn on money management, you know, or whatever they did to get evicted. You know, sometimes it's like non-payment of rent, or not speaking up for themselves. Maybe like the landlord did something, you know, mistreated them in some kind of way, and this is their karma for them to stick up for themselves. You know, so you have to be careful. You have to be careful, especially like when you're trying to. For me personally, it was my kids, and it's hard to stand by and watch your kids go through struggle and not just choosing not to help them. We call it the school of hard knocks, tough love. Okay, tough love. Because you do it over and over and over again. It's like, okay, like, when you gonna get it? When are you gonna stand up on your own 2 feet? I cannot keep saving you. And that's just like, guys, you go out and get these women, and I'm sorry, Captain Save-A-Ho, you cannot save everybody. When you go out and you get a woman and you have to literally do everything for her, you're not helping her, you're hindering her. She has to learn how to do it on her own. You guys should be evenly yoked, okay? Again, you're taking on her karmic debt of not being financially stable, of her being codependent. And what it means, so when you take on somebody else's karmic debt, that debt is transferred from them to you. So you're repaying somebody else's karma that you had absolutely nothing to do with. Because say like you paid all of your karmic debt for this lifetime. Or maybe you repaid all of the karmic debt that you had in a past lifetime. And now you're taking on somebody else's. So now you've got new karma that you didn't even incur. You see what I'm saying? So you have to be careful of what you do, how people come across to you. You have to use discernment, use your intuition, okay? Whether or not you should help this person or not. You know, I mean, and it's it's so hard because you see people that are homeless. I live in the state of Washington, okay? The homeless population is through the roof. And you're kind of afraid to help people because, and it's not, I hear people say, oh, I don't want to give him anything or her anything because, you know, she may have a Jag parked around the corner, or she may, or he may just want money for drugs and alcohol. That's not your business. What he or she does with the money that you give them is not your business. Not your business. If you give it out the kindness of your heart and they choose to do something else with it, that is their karmic debt. They'll have to repay that. You reap what you sow. They were dishonest in taking your hard-earned money that you were giving out of the kindness of your heart to do other things with. And I've seen people with signs saying, I need money for drugs. I need money for alcohol. At least they're honest. I go ahead and give it. At least they're honest about it. They're not trying to play trickery, you know. They're not trying to use trickery or be dishonest about it, okay? At least they're honest. They tell you exactly up front. I like that. I'm an air sign. I'm an Aquarius. I tell you exactly what's up front. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if it hurts your feelings. But I'd rather for you knowing exactly where I'm coming from than the things to be hidden in the dark and then I come across with the boo-boo face. I'm sorry. I don't like eating food or crow. Just don't taste good. So, I just want to let you guys know, you know, just to pay attention when you're helping people. And I'm not saying that you can't help people. You know, you're supposed to serve. You're supposed to help people. You know, that's what we're here for. We're here to uplift people and to show our love and light, which is to show love no matter what we're going through. You know, no matter what you're going through. So, just use caution and discernment of when you're helping people, no matter how close they are to your heart. You just be like, you know what? I can only be your support system. But I'm sorry, bruh, sis. You gotta go through this yourself. I'll be right there, right by your side. But I can only lend you emotional support. I cannot give you anything. I can just help guide you through this hurdle. But I cannot give you any money. I cannot give you a place to stay. I cannot do any of that. And yeah, they're not going to understand. They're going to be mad. They're going to be bitter because they feel, oh, you have the money, you have the resources. You know, you can help me, but you just choose not to. You're right. I do. I choose not to. Because I have enough karma of my own to repay. I don't need any added extras. I really don't. We have lifetimes of karma to repay. Some of us don't want to come back no more. We don't want to be reincarnated anymore. You know, we want to pay our debt. Let's hightail it back to where we come from. That's what we want to do. Because it's getting to the point where we keep coming back and we keep coming back and nothing's getting any better. It's like it's getting worse. So it's like it's draining, it's daunting. Why do we keep coming back? And civilization is just going further down the toilet from the last time we were here, you know. Maybe you were here 20 years ago, 100 years ago, whatever the case may be. And it's like, okay, yeah, civilization is more evolved, more technology, better technology, but at the root of the cause, it's the same. It is the exact same. The corruption is the same. It's just now it is in a nightly, it's in a night, it's in a nice, tightly neat, packaged, you know, look all nice and cute with a little cute little bow, you know, to make it more attractive to you. But 100 years ago, it's the same crap. Same. Once you unwrap it, and you take it all apart, and you dissect it and everything, it is the same exact crap. So, what are we doing? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sitting outside, and I see little stuff flying around. Yeah, I don't like that. You know, which they are, they're not trolls, but they're what they call them, monitoring spirits. That's what they are, monitoring spirits. So, but yeah, so this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. So I just want you to understand, pay attention, use discernment. I can't say that enough, to use discernment on how to not take on other people's karma, how important it is not to take on other people's karma. Use discernment on helping them, you know, emotional support. Be like, that is the best thing. And you know, overall, that is the best thing that you could ever do for someone, because you can help guide them. You can give them advice. You know, maybe you should go this way, you know. Okay, so like, say someone is getting evicted, okay, be like, you know what, I can maybe we should, did you call landlord tenant, did you do this, did you do that? No. Rather than giving them the money and finding an easy way out, show them other alternatives, different avenues to go down, to where they can figure it out for themselves, so they know, okay, if I get in this situation again, I know what to do. Or I know not to get in this situation again, because it's going to be this, it's going to be that, and things are getting a little tight, and I'm not going to be able to do this again. Okay, because some agencies where they will help pay your eviction amount, but they will only do it one time a year. And then some agencies will only do it one time in your lifetime, and that's it. You can't keep getting evicted and say, oh, well, I'll just go I'll just go to, you know, Family Tree and they'll just bail me out. No, they're not. One time, that's it. I'm not saying that per se, because I don't know. I'm just using that as an example. Okay. So you just have to see, you know, and just be there for people, you know. And I think that's the biggest thing that we as a collective are to do, is just offer people emotional support and guidance. And the biggest thing is we as light workers and earth angels are to help the planet heal as they awaken, as they're going through things. You know, people are awakening and they don't even know that they're awakening. They don't understand what they're doing. They're just going through life day to day. No guidance. They don't understand what they're going through, you know. So we're here to help guide them. And that's why I'm talking to you guys now, as a light worker, as an earth angel, to help guide you and show you. Don't take on extra karma that you don't need. Don't do that. Okay. Alright, with that being said, I will talk to you guys later. I'll see you again. Keep your vibrations high.